Hey!
Hey!
Hey.
How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
Great. Wow. I was gonna say your self-isolation hair is looking good, man. It's looking good. Look at both of you.
Me? Are you sure?
Both. Beth, did you not get your hair cut in self-isolation? I saw. Is that true?
Yeah. Jared,
Uh-huh.
he shaved my head. He
There-
did it a good job, except for
There was a little mishap, but
yeah, he went like a little too high here, and then he was going like a little too high here, and then I was like, I don't know if you want to go any further, but did pretty good.
Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know, Jared actually had a shaved head before COVID started. So that's crazy. Look how
Yeah.
long it is now. Wow, dude.
But he's like one of those weirdos who grows hair like that.
Unbelievable. Well, you guys have been busy. I saw yesterday you did like a little live event on Facebook, which was very cool. It's got to be. Have you performed in your place before to an audience? Was that a first?
no, that was the first. It was we were nervous because we're like, are people gonna get mad like in our building that we're yelling and
We didn't yell, but
no.
I think we were more stressed that it would actually work for that long. Like when you do live videos, I feel like after 10 minutes, you're just worried that it's still going and that people are like,
Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, and I guess I also got to thank you guys because you were here not too long before everything kind of went down, and my fridge is still stocked from the beer you gave me.
that we offloaded on you.
That was amazing. Yeah, so that you prepared me so well for being locked inside. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I have one.
Kind of foresaw it happen, so we were like, we gotta.
You guys, you predicted this whole thing, didn't you? Now
No, we don't want to have that title. We did not predict nothing.
You're just like, here, take this beer. You might need it soon. Now, we met for the first time, I guess, in Edmonton. That was a few years back. So for anybody who doesn't know the story, so you guys are Canadian, originally from, well, Beth, you're from, I guess. Where were you born again, Beth?
I was born in Regina.
Regina, that's right. Okay, I was going to say, I was in Saskatchewan, but I thought, okay, good, yeah. Regina. And you guys are amazingly, you guys are a couple, you guys are married and together have produced an amazing, okay, were you making music before or after you were married?
Producing other artists before, and then
But he's been in a band since he was like 12. Like he did like junior high band, and then he had a high school band that he was in. That's when we met, when he was still in his high school band. And then some would say that I Yoko Ono'd it, but I totally didn't.
debatable.
No, I did not.
Now we're
No.
Yeah.
But when we got married, we just started writing songs together, and then literally just became a band. We didn't even talk about it, just like happened. All of a sudden, we were on this trajectory of being in a band, and we've been in a band ever since.
I'm pretty sure it's probably your story that inspired. There's the new Bachelor spinoff now that's like Listen to Your Heart or whatever, which is essentially the same concept. They're like, let's put people together, make them play music. They're going to fall in love. It's inevitable.
Yeah, and it works out every time.
Well, how is it working with each other being married? Do you find it challenging? Because you guys have do you have like a hat you wear when you have business conversations and then you like take it off?
There's definitely like a cutoff time where it's like we can't talk about band stuff anymore. Like we need to just be married now. But at first we didn't realize that. We would just the business would just continue through any hour, and we realized at a certain point that wasn't healthy. We needed to just compartmentalize. So.
Nice. Well, it's true. You got to keep that, keep it separate. Keep the love alive. Can't be all business at the dinner table.
Yeah.
Now, so you guys, so self-isolation has been going, would you say okay then? Was it going well?
Yeah.
Okay. How would you rate it?
Much different from our regular life, to be honest.
Yeah, nothing's really changed.
Our plan was to write music right now, and we're doing the exact same thing. So nothing has changed yet. I mean, our summer's going to be totally different, but up until then, we're good. So
We're really like itching to play shows, though.
yeah.
I think the fact that we're not allowed just makes us want to play even more, which is always like the case. You can never have what you can't have. But yeah, I don't know. Things have been kind of the same.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the same for anyone who's like, in any acting or musician, like you're any writer, like it's kind of, they're kind of used to this schedule of like going from having some, work or like being off the production, and then you have a little bit of a lull between your next production. So I think it was less of a shock for those people that don't, they weren't working a 9 to 5 anyway. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's like business as usual, but maybe a little longer than usual. Let's hope not. Hope for the best.
Yeah.
What's the situation like where you guys are right now? What's life like there? Because I know in Toronto here, everything, I think they just took the caution tape off of the park benches, so we can actually, like, if you go outside for fresh air, you can actually sit on a park bench now. So that's progress.
Yeah, I don't think things have changed until next week. I think because we're in Nashville Central, I think Tennessee, mostly outside of metro cities, things are kind of opening up. But when it comes to Nashville, the city, I don't think things are opening up until late next week, maybe. And they're just like kind of doing the same formalities, like opening up just little bits at a time. And restaurants are open up like 50% and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Now, a quick little rapid fire for you guys for quarantine self-isolation. Okay, first off, what is the one thing that you're eating way too much of right now?
Doritos.
Yeah.
Mini eggs.
Oh, wow.
For sure.
Doritos and mini eggs.
Okay. What are you binging? What are you currently binging? Are you watching anything? Are you...
First it was Community.
Okay. First we did Community. We're doing Parks and Rec right now. What else did we do? There was another series I thought we watched.
Oh, The Office.
Oh yeah, we watched The Office.
We just ripped through it.
Was that the first time through?
Okay, well,
No.
My first time, I actually just finished in the fall. So it's even crazier that I would rewatch it like months later. But because it was my first time watching it in the fall, I was like, and we were on tour too during it, so I didn't quite pay attention throughout some, and I'm pretty sure I missed the whole season in there. I couldn't even remember one that we watched. So we've been binging hard though.
It's kind of like our radio, like it's just on in the background at all times.
Yeah, we're like so we just like have TV on in the background, so it feels like other people are around us. I don't know.
Before we move on, do you have a favorite Office moment? Because there's so many amazing. Like I love all the openers are so. For me, it's the parkour one is a classic. There's the one where I think Jim convinces Dwight that he was a different person the entire time.
Yeah,
remember that where he even edited the photos? That was great. Do you have any favorites?
Oh, the fire drill.
The fire drill
is got to be up there, and then Kevin's chili.
Oh my god, yeah, Kevin's chili
spilling on the floor just kills me
every time. I just cannot. I totally feel for him every single time.
I saw there was a Facebook ad that came up, and so Brian Baumgartner, who plays Kevin, is literally partnered with like a bean company.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dreams come true.
Actually, though.
And lastly, what is the one thing that you guys are doing right now? Any bad habits that you think will continue after self-isolation? Because I feel like it's tough, and people are getting used to this like curbside pickup stuff. Sleeping in till 3:40 or 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What do you think?
Doritos, mini eggs.
They're gonna continue. That's it.
I honestly that's all we've been doing. Literally been eating. Okay, but I don't know actually. I things have been like the same for us. So we haven't really, we miss going to the gym, but we've been doing it on our balcony, so that's kind of been cool.
Oh, nice.
But
like mocking your neighbors that you guys are physically active. You're just like, oh, everyone across is like, oh, look at those people.
Pretty much. It's pretty awkward because there's one guy that's like across the street from us, and his desk faces out the window, and he can just basically.
And we're just doing yoga poses while making direct eye contact with him.
We really try to, connect with him from a distance during our But I have to say, okay, do you remember, I think it was like the first time, we talk about this regularly when we go on tour. First time that we played in Toronto, I think you came out to our show at the Drake.
Yeah, that's right.
We went to that, after the show, we went to that bar that had that crazy Chinese game that zapped you. Do you remember? It was like this light thing. Do you remember what it was called? That was such like the craziest. But we talk about that all the time.
It's called, if anyone's, anyone watching knows the answer. Yeah, it's the game where everyone holds on, you hold onto the thing and you push the button. Yeah. And you get shocked. And it's a game that you have to like import from like Asia because you can't get it here.
It's so painful.
It's called, there's a name, I know. It's okay, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna think of this. I'm gonna remember by the end of this.
Oh man, seriously, we talk about, that's probably like one of the funnest games that we've ever, also most terrifying, but I think the terrifyingness kind of lends itself into the funnest time that we had with like this crazy game. And all those velvet paintings all out in the, so good.
Yes, that was the Lipstick and Dynamite in Toronto. If anyone's been, I think it was Queen West. It's like velvet paintings and like random games and board games. Well, okay, hold on a second. Kelsey just passed me her phone. By the way, Kelsey's here, guys.
Kelsey!
Kelsey!
Hey. Are you like totally sick of Tanner?
Not at all.
We're doing fine.
Things are great. Things are good.
Yeah, we got a little, where is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
That is, I've been seeing that. So you're adopting or you're fostering dogs?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. We're fostering rescue dogs, and then we got this little boy here who didn't really have a name because he came from a shelter. He was found in Kingston, Ontario, in an abandoned home. So they brought him in, and the shelter name they gave him was like John Doe, which is like the name you gave an unidentified dead body. So I'm like, we're gonna have to change that name. So as soon as we got him, because he never had a name before, we started calling him Ari, and as Ari Gold, of course, because he's gold, and Ari Gold is one of the best characters on television. So now Ari, we signed the papers yesterday, and he's officially part of our family.
Nice.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you. Yes, it's awesome. So we had him. We're like, wow, how can we get so attached? He knows the schedules. He knows the routines, and I don't know. He's just such a cute. He's so cute. So we're like, yeah, we'll keep him.
That's so adorable.
So we'll all pile in a car together, and we're gonna come down to see you guys when this is done. But yeah,
place.
Yeah, Kelsey found it on. So Amazon has it. It's not currently unavailable on Amazon, of course.
Oh, really?
But it's called Lightning Reaction.
It totally is. Oh my gosh. Okay,
it's just called Lightning Reaction. So, I mean, that's
because I want to keep my eyes on it because that's like probably.
Although playing with two people would be terrible.
No, but to like pull out on a games night and just like really fool whoever's like playing it. Don't give them any details or whatever. Just to watch them get zapped, I think would probably be the best.
You could probably mimic the sensation of the game with like a long fork and an open socket in your kitchen. I mean, I feel like that would.
Wow, full good idea.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Game night.
Spice up self-isolation with some self-electrocution, right?
Yeah.
Now, before we move on, I don't know if you guys have located anything or want to play, but I have been playing a little at-home show and tell with people. Do you guys have an item you could present to the class?
Yeah, when we were like talking about it, we were trying to think like if our apartment was on fire, like what was the first thing that we would grab? And like Jared said, laptop. Didn't even mention me, but whatever. That's not like the coolest thing. So I think this is kind of like our how do I do this? Okay, these are our Harry Potter wands that we got.
Oh, great!
At Universal, and then this thing is, I don't know. Can you see it? It's a It's one of those like word finders, and it's all Harry Potter like spells and stuff. And we picked this up on tour by a guy in Ontario, in Ottawa, and he like custom made this like really cool thing. So you kind of have to like find the words, and they're all like Harry Potter Patronum.
Nice. That's amazing.
And then one other thing is our rad record player.
Oh, that's cool.
And we got that when we were probably our second year of marriage, and it has been like the best thing that we.
Wait, so does it play? That's how it plays, or is that just like propped up?
Yeah, no, this is how it plays. You
wow.
Called a vertical, and then we hooked it up to speakers and stuff. So, yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Those are
That's
cool
cool.
things.
Well, thank you very much. That's amazing. That's awesome. I saw a guy in a TikTok video made a record player with he made a paper cone, and then he put a sewing needle through it, and then he stuck a record on a drill, and it actually worked. Like it actually was very faint and garbled, but you could actually hear it. So
it's nuts.
Your next DIY project, if you guys are bored.
Yes, that's a great idea. I mean that, and then the light socket thing that we have to try out. Oh.
Boom.
With those two things, you're gonna be busy for like a good hour. It's gonna be great.
Perfect. Now before we wrap up, because I know we can finish on a high note here. Hopefully, if you guys can maybe play something for us. But we got to talk about, you have a new video that just came out too. You just which was really cool. So what's the story with that? It's animated. It looks amazing. How did it all come together?
Well, it's always been like Jared is a huge graphic novel fan, and he's always wanted to create some sort of like art medium within that graphic novel spectrum. And we bumped into a friend from Calgary who, when we knew him, he was in high school, and he was a drummer in a band that Jared was producing. And we kind of lost touch, and then we reconnected with him this summer, and we found out that he like went to school for animation in Vancouver, got married, he now has a kid, and just like all these things just kind of like blew up for his life. And I was like, wait, aren't you still like 17? What's going on? And he just went to animation school, and he had this really great graphic novel that he created on Kickstarter, and it was called Yuki. And his art direction was just so amazing and so unique, and like had this really cool Canadian vibe to it, which is really hard to like kind of pinpoint, but he did it, and it was really sweet. So we asked if he wanted to partner with creating a music video for single, okay, and he did a fantastic job, so much so that part 2 is actually going to be a printed graphic novel.
Oh wow.
It's going to include like all the kind of storyboard for part 1, and then the story is just going to continue because we kind of left off on a cliffhanger. But if you've seen the video,
because it's literal.
Because it's a literal.
Yeah, it's a cliff.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so it's just like really exciting to be able to dive in different artistic mediums and to kind of showcase our music through that. So yeah.
Well, I know you guys have written and created music for other mediums. I know you've done like some commercial work and things like that. So do you kind of see like the video in your head as you guys finish a song? Do you kind of imagine what potentially could look like? Do you kind of see those images and those things and did you build that in your mind, or when you approach making a video, is it kind of like, let's just see where this can go?
Yeah, for sure. With like a standard music video, it's a lot easier to imagine what it would kind of look like and have inspiration there. But this one, we left a lot up to Hudson, obviously, because like even trying to like put that down or explain how you want a comic book to look like is kind of a weird thing to even do. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We kind of like...
We had a general vibe.
Yeah, we had a general vibe. We had like an idea of where we wanted the story to go, and that he kind of just like explored all these weird avenues to get there. And yeah, it was a really fun time.
I imagine if you're like, okay, say it's like a sad song, you're like, okay, the video automatically gonna have rain in it. Guaranteed. It's gonna have some rain. It's gonna have like a bus passing by, splashing somebody. You're like, oh, like, you know, it's
All
gonna have
phones. Yeah.
no color. The colors, let's wash the color up. Maybe even black and white, you know, with a little accent in there.
Yep.
Okay, you know. And then if it's a happy beachy song, we got to have palm tree in the breeze, right? We
Yep.
got to have like the sun. Okay, see, I feel like there's like the
Big
checklist.
clouds going by. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing with your music is it is very it inspires so much. It's such like colorful music. I feel like I think we see it with like your album art and with this video. It's really cool and it's very like uplifting. And every time someone's in my car and I'm listening to it, which I do all the time to promote you as much as I can, obviously. Everyone's like, everyone loves it. It's great like driving music. It's great feel good music, and I think it's really good music for this time that we're in too. So I know I've been gravitating a lot to it lately, just listening to, because it makes you feel good, guys.
Stop it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so embarrassing.
Do you listen to yourselves to feel better? Do you?
Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
It's our ringtone, our alarm in the morning.
Yeah. Live and breathe. Except for this guy still can't remember the lyrics. So.
Oh, it happens. It happens. Well, before we wrap up, is it possible you could maybe play one of those little feel-goody songs so we can all, you know, improve our day of self-isolation?
We just happen to have our guitar right.
What?
We
Oh
love-
no, my! Wow, I can't believe it.
In tune too? What?
Wow. Okay.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to play a song for you. We're gonna sing "Okay" to you, for you, to you.
Directly into your eye
Directly
sockets.
To your yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for having us on this.
Amazing. Well, thank you.
We miss people, so this is like our desperate plea to like get interaction.
Yeah. Well, let's piss off the neighbors and let's hear it.
Yeah, this acoustic version. All right.
Oh, almost in tune.
Oh,
Sorry.
Anyway, so this
Oh,
song came from. Actually, it's pretty cool to see how a song that we wrote last spring have such like relatability during this time, because it's kind of been our mantra for like a very long time. I mean, as artists, we always go up and down with like really exciting things that are happening to nothing's really happening to open and closed doors. So the premise of this song is it's going to be okay, and we added the question mark at the end of it because when you're in the midst of struggle, you don't know what the outcome is going to be. And it's usually until you get through it are you able to look back and see that even in the darkest times, you're still able to see that you got through it and it was in fact okay. So with that, here's
All right.
Okay.
One in.
Am I doing this right? I got questions on my mind. All this waiting for a sign, saying everything's okay. Pushing up to the phone now. Am I gonna be okay? I'm going out of anodynes. Maybe I'm just losing touch. I've hit the fall going nowhere. Will it be okay? I've hit the fall going nowhere. Am I gonna be okay? I've hit the fall going nowhere. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. Oh, this time I'm gonna change. I've only got myself to blame. See my blood run through my veins, saying everything is okay. Pushing up to the phone now. Am I gonna be okay? I'm growing past my delusions. Or maybe I'm just growing old. I've hit be okay. I've lived before going nowhere. Am I gonna be okay? I've lived before, take me anywhere. It's gonna be okay. 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 Am I doing this right? I got questions on my mind. Oh, just waiting for a sign saying everything's okay. Everything's okay. It's gonna be 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 okay.
Woo! Amazing.
Thank
Oh
you.
man, I love when you guys perform together because you can just like you guys had that little look where you look at each other and I'm like, oh, it gets you, it gets you.
The
You guys like
messed up the lyrics.
That was good.
Look.
okay. But it's really cool. I feel like you guys like fall in love with each other every song. I see that little look and I'm like, oh man, we're at the last show together in Toronto and there were people behind us that were like, look how cute they are. Look how they're so amazing. So thank you so much, you guys. And for anyone who hasn't got your new album or any of your recent stuff or any of your stuff, because it's all amazing, the Royal Foundry, we can find you really anywhere, I guess. Anything you want to plug particularly?
Our new video.
Our new video.
Okay.
Awesome.
The new video. And yeah, follow them on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. You can watch the video. I know it's up on your Facebook page and online right now. So amazing. And also shout out to, I saw somebody I thought was funny in the comments. They're like, I'm watching this in line at Walmart right now. So
Sick.
Nice.
so yeah, you just made someone's Walmart line day.
Nice.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much, guys, and stay safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Whatever else you're supposed to.
All the things.
All the things.
All the things.
See my face right.
You just touch your.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Don't touch your face. No,
Okay,
thanks
we're
for
lo-
having us. It was so nice to see your guys' faces, really. I feel like it's been far too long. And now that we
It
know
has been.
where you live, I mean,
That's true. And as a quick a side story, which is crazy. Yeah, you guys were here last time and ended up staying in a place that was literally in my building, which was like the weirdest, smallest world. So that was
first of
look at
all,
that. The universe has kept us together all these years.
I know. That's crazy. Just can't get
All right,
rid of
well, well, stay safe, guys, and thank you so much for the song. And we will definitely we'll keep in touch. So hopefully you don't get a noise complaint. Sorry, blame it on me if you do.
you. Bye.
All right, see you guys.